He is the icon of the separatist movement, its public face. He is to the Confederacy of Independent Systems what Palpatine is to the Republic, the living symbol of the justice of its cause. This is the public story. This is the story that even Dooku, in his weaker moments, almost believes. The truth is more complicated. Dooku is different. He doesn't remember quite when he discovered this. It may have been when he was a young Padawan, betrayed by another learner who had claimed to be his friend. Lorian Nod had said it to his face. You don't know what friendship is. And he didn't. He had been angry, certainly, furious that his reputation had been put at risk. And he had been angry at himself for his error in judgment, trusting as an ally one who was in fact an enemy. The most astonishing part of the whole affair had been that even after turning on him before the Jedi, the other boy had expected him to participate in a lie in the name of their friendship. It had been all so preposterous that he hadn't known how to reply. In fact, he has never been entirely sure what beings mean when they speak of friendship. Love, hate, joy, anger. Even when he can feel the energy of these emotions in others, they translate in his perception to other kinds of feelings, the kinds that make sense. Jealousy, he understands, and possessiveness. He is fierce when any being encroaches on what is rightfully his. Intolerance, at the intractability of the universe, and at the undisciplined lives of its inhabitants. This is his normal state. Spite is a recreation. He takes considerable pleasure from the suffering of his enemies. Pride is a virtue in an aristocrat, and indignation his inalienable right. When any dare to impugn his integrity, his honor, or his rightful place atop the natural hierarchy of authority. And moral outrage makes perfect sense to him. When the incorrigibly untidy affairs of ordinary beings refuse to conform to the plainly obvious structure of how society ought to be. He is entirely incapable of caring what any given creature might feel for him. He cares only what that creature might do for him or to him. Very possibly, he is what he is because other beings just aren't very interesting. Or even, in a sense, entirely real. Treachery is the way of the Sith. Dooku's decades of combat experience are irrelevant. His mastery of swordplay is useless. His vast wealth, his political influence, impeccable breeding, immaculate manners, exquisite taste, all the pursuits and points of pride to which he has devoted so much of his time and attention over the long, long years of his life are now chains hung upon his spirit, bending his neck before the axe. Even his knowledge of the Force has become a joke. It is this knowledge that shows him his death, makes him handle it, turn it this way and that in his mind, examine it in detail like a black gemstone so cold it burns. Dooku's elegant farce has degenerated into pathetic melodrama, and not one shed tear will mark the passing of its hero.